Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS text formatting. And right now we'll be discussing about the CSS default background color formatting. In this example, we'll define the background color property. We'll be using the CSS background color property. So back to our document. Right here, as you can see in our previous tutorial where we discussed about the CSS text formatting, you can check our playlist for you to be able to follow along. Now we are going to use the default background. Let's see how default background works. By default, we want to specify a default background. So at the top right here, let's put background color here and give it red. But before I reload my document, I want you to notice one thing. By default right here, all our document is having white background. Everything is having white background because we haven't specified any background in it at all by default. But only all these things element we are having border color, that's all, and we are having text color. Text color, border color will not change, but only the white space, all the white space, remaining white space is going to change. It's going to change to what? The value which we specify inside our background color. And we are selecting our body element. In our previous tutorial, you can check the reason I'm selecting it, can understand it, because this is our parent element. It's going to act as the default value. Everything we are setting to it is going to act, so all the other elements is going to inherit from it. So we are specifying default value on the body element so that other elements can inherit from it. So that's why we are using the body element. So I'm going to show you another way you can do this also in some ways. Let's save our document now and reload. We are going to have red color. Can you see? Now we are having red background. So let's say you had any other thing, no matter how plenty you had things, they are all going to have red color. Let's say you had anything inside div element. Let's say you write like article like this, write W, you save your document, it's going to turn to red. Can you see? The background is having red. The only way you can go about this is that you know that this our document is having default background which is red, but you don't want the background of this box, which is this div element, to become red, so that anything you are adding inside it also will not be red. So you have to control it, or you can control this text you had there, only the text. So I'm going to show you right now. Let's say for instance now, this div element, now we want to change the background color of it. Only the div element is the one we want to work on. So let's just use background color right here. When we use background color right here and we give it blue, when we give it blue, reload your document, can you see the background color of the div element is now having blue, and whatsoever we have inside the blue, inside the div element is going to be having background color of blue. That's how it works, layer by layer. So let's say for instance now I copy all this kind of article, now I paste something like this inside our div element. Everything is going to have background color of blue no matter what. Can you see them? They are all white. They are having the background color of blue. So that's what I want you to know. So if you want anything to have any color by default, definitely you will specify it in the parent element or on itself. So let's say like this, now we want only our fit set element right here to have a different color, which is another background color by default. So we will now come to it also and specify background color, because if you don't specify another background color by default, it's going to be inheriting the background color from the div element, because it is inside the div element. Can you see? It is enclosed inside our what? Div element. So it's going to be inheriting whatever background color this our div element is having, which is this. So now let me specify new background color right here. But this background color I specify right here is going to affect all the fit set elements. Can you see? Anything we write that is having this name of fit set element, the background color I want to change to it, I want to switch to now, it's going to reflect it there. It's going to reflect it. I'll give it blue violet. When I save my document and I reload, can you see this our fit set element right here is having the background color of blue violet, and this one at the top also is having the background color as blue violet. But the funny part again is that our body background color is still there, but we are able to manipulate the new color. So I'm going to be changing this one specifically. I'm not going to talk to this one, only this one I want to talk to. So you are going to see how I'm going to do that now. Let's say another fit set element, we are going to specify, I'm going to give something a class. I'm going to give it code. This class of code is the one I want to use. So this class of code, you can check our CSS class in our previous we have CSS class playlist, so you can be able to understand how you can specify CSS class. So we are defining CSS class right here now. So right now what I'm going to do is that this background color right here, I'm going to take it out from this one because I don't want it to be there. So I'm going to specify inside this code. When I'm specifying it inside the code, I'm now going to copy this name right here, but I will not copy the dot. I'll now come and place it inside inside our fit set element right here. So I will use our class and I'm going to place it inside our fit set class right here, so that it can be the only element that is having this class of code. So that is going to have the color, but this one is going to remove from this one. Can you see? Now only this second element is having the blue violet color. This first one is not having the blue violet color. You can check our previous tutorial where I discussed about switching or changing element and all that. There is another way we can go about this again. Let's say for instance now, the color right here now is changed, right? The color right here changed, right? I want to make sure that all my code is on one line, so that this fixed element can have its own color by default and this one can have its own color by default. Then what can I do? Then I can have something to do with this again. I can just do it like this. I can copy something like this, but this is going to do me somehow because we have to do more thing. Let's say this code, right? If to say we want this value again, we want them to have different value, or we want them to have, this is multiple selector, they are both going to have it, sorry, and in the can you see they are both having it? So there is one way I want to do this again, so that you guys can be able to recognize this. Now let's say you carry this fit set element, now place it inside here. So when you save it like this, you can be able to recognize it every time that any fit set that is having this cool class. You understand what I'm talking about? Now let's reload our document. Can you see? Now it's working perfectly. So any fit set that is having cool class, so it will not be any element that you specify cool class in it. Let's think, maybe if we specify cool inside this fit set here, inside this article right here, maybe it's going to work with it. We want text, so can you see? I don't think it's working with it. It's not working with it. As you can see, our element right here is not changing, only this one is changing. So I hope you can get the point. Let me remove it now so you can see that it's not working right at all. Can you see? It's not working at all. So our element here is not changed. So only this one is changed. We control the specificity so that whenever we had, let's say for instance now we now remove this one now, and we mistakenly use the cool in another element, which is this article element. Definitely this www we change to what? The background is going to change to the color this one, this pixel is having. Now let's reload. Can you see this www also is now having the blue violet? But because we have to control the specificity so that our document will not look rough, so I carry the fit set, I place it immediately behind this, because this element that is having code is the one, this fit set element that is having code is the one we are targeting. So we have to carry this name and use it. That's why I paste it here and press dot immediately, no any space, so that it will be specific when I reload. As you see now. So please practice all this, because practice makes perfect. And what akorede ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Peace and love. Bye bye. Thank you.